Who has to welcome today?
Anita Mataji. Tuesday, right?
Okay.
But I'm available.
Okay,
I can
Mataji.
only welcome. I think Sunil Prabhu can do question and answers. He can end the call if you are not available. He's very good at doing that. And I am also there on the call, but I will not be hearing the class.
Yeah, same thing
Yeah.
here. But no worries,
Yeah.
Mataji. Ending the call I can do. That's easy.
Yeah, now I can take care of it.
Thank you, Mataji. Very good.
Hare Krishna,
And
Hare
if
Krishna, Hare
Prabhu
Krishna.
wants to end also, he can end. No worries. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Panchakalpatrupasya kripa sindhubhyo patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Anantakoti Vaishnavindike Jai. Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Principal Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavindike Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. All glorious to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. This is Anita Ramya from Sharjah, UAE. Welcoming all of you to this Bhakti Sangha conference called for the mid-morning session of Sri Caitanya Bhagavata, which will be given by His Grace Ramgiridhari Prabhu. Before moving on to the session, I would like to know who are all present on the call today. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Shashra Prabhupada. This is Preeti Vilasini Devidasi from Atlanta. Thank you for your warm welcoming, Mataji. And thanks for the very nice chanting.
Hare Krishna, Preeti Vilasini Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glorious to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving us your association. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Sunil Prabhu, for a very beautiful recitation of Bhagavad Gita verses. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas. Thank you, Anita Mataji, for being there. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for coming on the call and giving us your association. Thank you so much for all your wonderful services, Mataji, and inspiring all of us to do the service flawlessly. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devi Dasi from Chicago. And thank you, Sunil Prabhu, for a beautiful recitation. And thank you, Mataji, Anita Mataji, for your grateful services all the time.
Hare Krishna, Yashwamati Priya Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for coming on the call and giving us your association. Thank you so much for all your wonderful services, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Welcome to the call.
Right.
Anybody else who would like to introduce themselves?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Neetu from Baltimore.
Hare Krishna, Neetu Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving us your association. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I once again welcome all of you to this Bhakti Sangha for the mid-morning session of Sri Caitanya Bhagavata. And before moving on to the session, I would like to read Prabhupada's quote for today. Today is March 31st. Prabhupada has written from Vrindavan. We take a newspaper and we read what the politician says. So many nonsense things. We waste our time. Shrama evaihi kevalam. We should increase our taste for hearing and chanting about Vishnu, Krishna. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So, such a wonderful quote of Srila Prabhupada. And thank you so much to Bhakti Sangha devotees for making us to listen to Krishna Katha every day, morning, evening. Very grateful to the Sangha. Hare Krishna. So, dear devotees, anybody else who would like to introduce themselves? Prabhuji has not joined it. Okay. Otherwise, we can chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining the call and giving us a association. And today's topic will be from Sri Caitanya Bhagavat, Antya, chapter 8, verses 1132 to 138. Hare Krishna. Over to you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranams, all Krishna Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. This is the chapter titled Mahaprabhu's Water Sports in Narendra Sarovara from verse 113 through 138. We will study. Sunobai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Avatara Yai Rupe Narendra Jale Karila Vihara. Oh brothers, now hear the pastimes performed by Sri Krishna Chaitanya in the waters of Narendra Sarovara. Purve Yamunaya Yena Sishu Ghana Meli Mandali Hayakari Lena Jala Keli. Previously, the Lord and his cowherd boyfriends formed circles and enjoyed water sports in the Yamuna. Sei Rupe Sakala Vaishnava Gana Meli Paraspara Kare Dhari Haila Mandali. In the same way, the Lord and his devotees now formed circles in the water by holding each other's hands. Gauda Deshe Jala Keli Ache Kadya Name Se Jala Krida Arambile Na Pratame. They began their water sports with one well-known Bengali water sport named Kaya. Kaya Kaya Bali Kara Tali Dhena Jale Jale Vadya Baja Ena Vaishnava Sakale. The Vaishnavas called out Kaya Kaya. They clapped their hands in water and produced musical sounds by hitting the water in a certain way. Gokulera Sishu Bhava Haila Sabhara Prabhu Haila Gokulendra Avatara. The devotees became absorbed in the mood of the cowherd boys of Gokula, and the Lord accepted the mood of Krishna, the Lord of Gokula. Bahya nahi karo sabe anande vivala nirbhaya ishvara dehe sabe dena jalam. Overwhelmed in ecstasy, the devotees forgot everything and fearlessly splashed water on the Lord. Advaita Chaitanya dhune jhala fela feli pratamela gila dhune maha kutuhali. Lord Chaitanya and Advaita Acharya began by splashing water in great sport on each other. Advaita harena kshane kshane Vaishwara Nirgata Nayane Jaladena Paraspara. While forcefully splashing water in the eyes of each other, sometimes Advaita would be defeated and the next moment the Lord would be defeated. Nityananda Gadadhara Shri Puri Gosai Tina Jane Jala Yuddha Karo Hari Nai. Nityananda Prabhu, Gadadhara and Puri Goswami all began water fights with one another, yet none of them were defeated. Datte Gupte Jala Yuddha लागे भार बरा Paranande Dui Jane Karena Hunkara. Mukunda Datta and Murari Gupta had repeated water fights in which they shouted loudly in ecstasy. Dui Saka Vidyanidhi Swarupa Damodara Hashiya Anande Jala Dena Paraspara. The two friends, Pundarika Vidyanidhi and Swarup Damodara, smiled as they splashed water on each other in ecstasy. श्रीवास श्री राम हरिदास वक्रेश्वर गंगा दास गोपीनाथ श्री चंद्रशेखर यही मत अन्योन्य देन सबे जला चैतन्य उल्लासे सब हाइला विवाला श्रीवास श्री राम हरिदास वक्रेश्वर गंगा दास गोपीनाथ and Chandrasekhara all became overwhelmed in the ecstasy of Lord Chaitanya's pastimes as they splashed water on one another. Shri Govinda Ramakrishna Vijaya Naukaya Laksha Loka Jale Hari She Vedaya. Hundreds of thousands of people in the water took great pleasure as Balarama, Krishna and Govinda, the Vijaya Vigraha, rode in a boat. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj read the purport. Sannyasis, brahmacharis and householders all sported on the waters of Narendra Sarovara and floated in the waves of bliss. The word Vishayi refers to materially attached persons in the Grahastha-ashrama. Hena se Chaitanya Maya se sthane asite karo shakti nahi keha na paya dekite. The influence of Lord Chaitanya is such that less fortunate persons could neither see nor enter that place. Text 130. Alpa bhagya Shri Chaitanya Goshti nahi pai kevala bhakti ravasa Chaitanya Gosai. Those who are less fortunate cannot be counted among the associates of Lord Chaitanya, who is controlled only by devotion. Commentary by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. One is not qualified to be included among the associates of Sri Chaitanya simply on the strength of ordinary piety or advanced moral life. Accomplishments in extraneous desires, fruitive activities, speculative knowledge, and mystic perfection are examples of insignificant piety. Pure devotional service alone is able to diminish the reactions of such activities, and only then is one able to attain the mercy of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Deva. In his commentary on Vedanta Sutra, Sri Madhvacharya has quoted Matara Sruti as follows. Only devotional service can lead one to the personality of Godhead. Only devotional service can help a devotee meet the Supreme Lord face to face. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is attracted by devotional service, and as such, the ultimate supremacy of Vedic knowledge rests in knowing the science of devotional service. Lord Vishnu dwells in devotional service. The Supreme Lord Vishnu is controlled only by devotional service. Only through devotional service can one attain his darshana, and only through devotional service does he award one liberation. Text 131. Bhakti vina kevala vidyaya tapasyaya kichu nahi haya sabe dukkha matra paya. Knowledge and austerity have no value without devotional service. Sorry. They only bring misery. Purport. Proficiency in knowledge and austerities that are opposed to the service of the Supreme Lord certainly result in distress. Only a person who has devotion to the Supreme Lord is qualified in real knowledge and austerity. In Srimad Bhagavatam 11:12:9, it is stated, even though one engages with great endeavor in the mystic yoga system, philosophical speculation, charity, vows, penances, ritualistic sacrifices, teaching of Vedic mantras to others, personal study of the Vedas or the renounced order of life, still one cannot achieve me. 11, 14, 20, 21 further states, my dear Uddhava, the unalloyed devotional service rendered to me by my devotees brings me under their control. I cannot be thus controlled by those engaged in mystic yoga, Sankhya philosophy, pious work, Vedic study, austerity, or renunciation. Only by practicing unalloyed devotional service with full faith in me can one obtain me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I am naturally dear to my devotees who take me as the only goal of their loving service. By engaging in such pure devotional service, even dog eaters can purify themselves from the contamination of their lower birth. Text 132. साक्षाते देखा ये से नीलाचले एते का चैतन्य संकीर्तन कुतूहले. One can realize the superiority of devotional service by the blissful Sankirtana pastimes of Lord Chaitanya in Nilachala. 133. Yata Mahajana Nama Sannyasi Sakala Dekite O Bhagyakaro Nahila Virala. All the so-called Mahajanas and Sannyasis were unable to see such pastimes because they were less fortunate. Aro bale Chaitanya Vedanta Patachadhi Kikarye Karena Kirtana Kudhagudi. They would say, why did Chaitanya leave the study of Vedanta to make a big show of Kirtana? Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur writes, the impersonalistic so-called Vedantists who cannot understand the actual purport of Vedanta become arrogant with pride over their knowledge nourished by false ego rather than becoming intoxicated with ecstatic love for Krishna. They are logicians, self-proclaimed scholars, averse to service and bewildered by false ego. A person who chants the two syllables Hari has already studied the four Vedas, Sama, Rig, Yajur, Atharva. My dear son, there is no need to study Rig Veda, there is no need to study Yajur Veda, there is no need to chant the holy names of Hari such as Govinda. The Padma Purana is quoted in the Hari Bhakti Vilas as follows. One name of the Lord Vishnu is superior to all the Vedas, and one name of Lord Rama is equal to thousands of Vishnu. See also Srimad Bhagavatam 3.33.7 and Brihanardya Purana states, persons who study Vedanta are always peaceful, forgiving, self-controlled, free from dualities, false ego, and false sense of proprietorship. 135. सर्वदायि प्राणायाम ये से यति धर्म नाची भे कांदी भे ये की संन्यासी कर्मा. The duty of a sannyasi is to always practice pranayama, but he is dancing and crying instead. Is this the business of a sannyasi? Purport. The occupation of non-devotees, so-called sannyasis, is to always remain engaged in the practice of Puraka, Kumbhaka, and Rechaka. Inhaling the breath is called Puraka, sustaining it within is called Kumbhaka, and finally exhaling it is called Rechaka. But Tridandi sannyasi are concerned with controlling the three urges, the body, mind, and speech. The duty of a genuine Tridandi sannyasi is inclined to the service of Krishna is to perform kirtana rather than observe silence, display anger to those who are envious of the devotees, make friendship with the devotees, and engage in the service of Krishna rather than engage the body, mind, and speech in pursuit of sense gratification. But foolish, proud people consider dancing and singing in ecstatic love for Krishna as equal to dancing and singing based on material enjoyment. That is the foolishness of those who profess to be synthesizers of matter and spirit. 136. ताहाते ये सब उत्तम न्यासी गणा तांद्र भले Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahajana. The best of the sannyasis, however, would say Sri Krishna Chaitanya is a Mahajana. Keha bale jnani, keha bale bada bhakta, prasamshena sabe keha na jane na tattva. Some persons would call him jnani, some persons would call him a great devotee. In this way, they would praise him without knowing his real identity. Text 138. Yei mata jala krida ranga kutuhale karena ishvara sange vaishnava sakale. In this way, all the Vaishnavas enjoyed sporting in the water of the Lord. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. The pastimes of the Supreme Lord is so wonderful and special that not everybody gets the opportunity to be part of that. The nature of these pastimes is such that some fundamental, foundational understanding about the Supreme Lord, about ourselves, about our relationship with the Supreme Lord is the prerequisite for us to even go any further in Krishna consciousness. If I don't know who am I, if I don't know who is Krishna, if I don't know my relationship with Krishna, all the things that we would be, doing in devotional life will be nothing but superficial. As Vrindavan Das Thakur has written here, just by acquiring knowledge and austerity, one can't go anywhere. At least 3 or 4 verses very emphatically talks about devotional service, devotional service, devotional service, devotional service, devotional service, devotional service. It's the only way and means by which we will be able to get closer to Krishna. We will get access to these pastimes of Krishna. We will be able to relate to what is happening in the spiritual abode. We will be able to, preach or inspire others. Otherwise, just wearing a saffron robes or being a mendicant or being a scholar will not take us anywhere. A very interesting context of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, playing the water sport with his dearest associates. This water sport is such that only those who are qualified will be able to be part of this. We are able to be part of this. So we will churn this current context through some sets of reflections and some lessons we will learn for ourselves. The pastimes of Krishna that are described over here, where the Lord is playing with his dearest devotees, is non-comprehensible by general masses. Because for them, the understanding of God, understanding of their relationship with God is very, very formal and superficial. So my first reflection is about this aspect of Kevala Ananda Kanda. We have been discussing this topic of happy devotees many times in our session, and other sessions also I have been talking about it. As practicing devotees, are we happy in Krishna consciousness? Or are we doing Krishna consciousness out of a formal and a prayaschitta procedure? However you come to Krishna, it is good, but the essence of the process of Krishna consciousness is Kevala Ananda Kanda. Simply, it's a happy process that brings us to have 4 fundamental expectations. Number 1, I am happy in my services. If I can ask it the other way around, am I happy in my services? Am I happy with my Sangha of devotees? Number 3, am I happy in giving up worldly activities? Am I happy in presenting Krishna to others? Because Kevala Ananda Kanda that we just saw, the water sport, Krishna splashing at water, Advaitacharya splashing water, Gadadhara, Vakreshwar Pandita, Swarup Damodar Goswami, and so on and so forth. So many people, they are part of this sport. And also it is mentioned that many people couldn't be part of the sport who are still latching on to materialistic things. So I would ask this question and make statements simultaneously. Am I happy in my services? In our services, in our discussions with devotees, in our cultivation of congregation, every second day there are some concerns. Oh, Prabhuji, this problem, that problem, this is not happening nicely, that is not happening nicely. Some problem, we are not happy. We are crying, baby. We keep crying. Or keep blaming, we keep, pointing out someone. Here it is explained, Vrindavan Das Thakura very nicely explains these service opportunities. When we are getting services, that's the only way Krishna gets, attracted to you. Krishna Akarshani. The 6th characteristic features of pure devotional services, Krishna Akarshani, that which even attracts Krishna. That is pure devotional service. So which means pure devotional service. That is why Srila Prabhupada translated the word bhakti not as devotion. Srila Prabhupada translated as devotional service. One time, one devotee came running towards Srila Prabhupada and said, Srila Prabhupada, I went to Radha Raman temple. The Pujari blessed me that I will become a Pujari in my next life. Shri Radha Ramanji. So happy, so happy. And he came and presented that good news to Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada said, that's all right. Please also go and tell him, because of the good fortune of him being a Pujari of Radha Raman in this life, he will get to serve so many people around the world and distribute my books overseas in his next life. The point is that am I happy in my devotional service? Happiness in devotional service is the first aspect of Kevalananda Kanda. Am I happy with my fellow devotees? I and Gurudev, super. 10 God brothers and Gurudev, I have a problem. Oh, he is getting more importance. She is getting more importance. He is getting more importance. I am not getting, oh, he came after me. He got initiated, whatever. Am I happy with my fellow devotees? In Satsanga, how much happy I am? I am saying these all questions that let us ask ourselves. When you are going to a Sunday Law Feast, when you are going to your Bhakti Vriksha program, when you are going to meet some devotees, when you are in a yatra, how much you are beaming and smiling. Just by looking at us, smiling face of the devotees, the whole world will get attracted. But unfortunately, not all of us do smile. We are very, I don't know what face that it is. We can have a grave face to when you're introspecting, but when you are in the association of Vaishnavas, that's the moment Krishna is going to be with us. So celebrate, be happy. Just dance with them, sing with them, learn from them, discuss with them. Bodhayanta parasparam katayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha, pleasing. Third, am I happy to give up things that which is against Krishna consciousness? This is the most dangerous thing. So Krishna is anyway part of my life, but this is also part of my life. This is also part of my life. This is also part of my life. I keep, thinking, oh no, I cannot, I'll hold on to this. One day, all the disciples were sitting for a Bhagavatam class, and Guru Maharaj usually come on time. That day, he didn't come on time. So, one of the disciples went to search for Guru Maharaj. He saw a very interesting scene. The scene was, the Guru Maharaj was clinging on, was hugging a pillar in the hall and was standing there. So the disciple said, what is Guru Maharaj doing? He went to Gurudev, we are all waiting for the Bhagavatam class, please come. Gurudev said, look at this pillar. It is not leaving me. Huh? Pillar is not leaving me. Gurudev, you are hugging the pillar. You are embracing the pillar. You are holding on to the pillar. No. This pillar is holding on to me. So this disciple really got, confused. So he called some couple of other godbrothers and they all tried to pull Gurudev's, hands. And then Gurudev tied himself to the pillar with his legs. Then they removed his legs, then with hands, legs, that's what going on. The reason Gurudev did was, in the previous day's class, when Gurudev mentioned about beware of Maya, make sure that you stay away from materialistic things. Disciples were arguing with Gurudev. It is only the materialistic things is attacking us, and we are innocent. It is only Maya attacking us, we are innocent. So Gurudev wanted to demonstrate. It is we hold on to things. It is we keep embracing to the materialistic things. It is we who are attached to puja, labha, pratishta. It is we who want best of the both worlds, which is only a daydream. You can get Krishna or you can get nonsense. Where there is Krishna, there is no nonsense. Where there is nonsense, how can there be Krishna? Krishna Surya Saman Maya Hara Antahar. Godhead is light, nescience is darkness. Wherever there is Godhead, there is no nescience. This is Back to Godhead magazine's tagline. So you should be happy to give up things which are going to take you away from Krishna. Whatever that is going to take us away from Krishna, am I ready to give up? At least theoretically saying yes is the first step. Last session, when I was in Madurai, I was speaking about this. All of us, 40 plus, 45 plus, grey hair, no hair, category of people. We need to remember that we are needing to start preparation to dovetail, engage every moment of our time and every bit of our resources for Krishna's service. We will leave aside the younger generation to enjoy, we'll handle them separately. But all of us who are reaching 50, above 50, who have been practicing Krishna consciousness for a long time, we should be happy to give up that which is not taking us closer to Krishna. If you want to hold on to it, it can be for one reason, if they can be engaged in Krishna's service, without you having a tag of yourself attached to it. And the fourth is having the happiness of giving Krishna to others. Unconditional love. Unconditional love. Just give Krishna to others without discrimination, without caste, creed, age. Just go on giving Krishna to others. For whatever it takes to give to Krishna to others, go for it. If you give Krishna to others, that's the greatest wealth that you are distributing. And these are all Kevala Ananda Kanda for us now. And for these category of people will be sieved and eventually taken forward to those pastimes about which we just read. So if at all you want to enjoy Kevala Ananda Kanda, how Krishna consciousness is simply transcendental, simply wonderful, we need to build up that simply wonderfulness at an execution level, at the service level, at the operations level. So hence my first reflection is that our Krishna consciousness to be happy, for us to happily perform Krishna consciousness, either ask these 4 questions or state these 4 statements, both are one and same. Am I happy in my services? I am supposed to be happy in my services. Am I happy with my association? I am supposed to be happy in my association. Am I happy in relinquishing things that are disturbing me in going closer to Krishna? I am supposed to be happy in relinquishing things that are taking us away from Krishna. Am I happy in preaching about Krishna to others? I am supposed to be happy preaching about Krishna to others. Day before yesterday, we had His Holiness Caitanya Maharaj's 77th Vyasa Puja. Beautiful lecture. We had in Radha Rasa Bihari Temple, Jew. Of course, I was told that the lecture that Caitanya Maharaj gave in Mayapur was also out of the world. I still didn't hear them yet. But because I was organizing in Juhu, there were many points. One of the first point that struck me was Caitanya Maharaj mentioned Srila Prabhupada had very high expectations on us. Because we are supposed to be marketing the product. The product is glorious. The manufacturer is glorious. The product durability is glorious. The product consumers are happy. But if the product marketing person, if he is doing a lousy job, it's an insult to the product. So Krishna consciousness is glorious. The results of Krishna consciousness is glorious. The practitioners of Krishna consciousness are satisfied. And this process is eternal. And if you wrongly sell or undersell, it's very bad. So be very careful. So my first reflection hence is Krishna consciousness is Kevala Ananda Kanda. So we need to show them, realize them, experience them, cross-check and make sure these four are taken care before we talk about all sorts of esoteric and dance with Krishna, play with Krishna, water sport, all those wonderful things are with Krishna will happen. Personal devotional service, association with devotees, ready to give up materialistic things and making sure they give Krishna consciousness to others. Second reflection from this current context is about devotional service, is the essence. Here, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj is mentioning that those who are not qualified will not be able to make it. The influence of Lord Chaitanya is such that less fortunate persons could neither see nor enter that place. And subsequently, it is explained that those who are less fortunate cannot be counted among the associates of Lord Chaitanya, who is controlled only by devotion. So, this controlled only by devotion and devotional service in a devotee's life is what something that we will be speaking. So many pastimes, whether it is Tukaram Maharaj, whether it is Raghunandan Thakur, whether it is Zanabai, whether it is Namdev, whether it is Bilvamangala Thakura, you name a great personalities. The Lord is serving them, is going out of the way. Last week, on 21st and 22nd of March, we had our annual festival in our congregation called Prabodhan Utsav. We have been doing it for the past several years, and we used to have the first day is Harinam Sankirtan and cultural nights. Second day we used to have Rath Yatra. So this year we had performed a drama on Zanabai, one of the female saints of Maharashtra. Our temple in Navi Mumbai is called the Glory of Maharashtra. This is thanks to Gopal Krishna Maharaj. He has named east of Kailash temple as Glory of India, and the temple here in Navi Mumbai is called the Glory of Maharashtra. So for the past few years, because the temple was coming up, we have been working around this theme. We played the drama on Tukaram Maharaj. We played the drama on Pundalika. Now we have played the drama on Zanabai. Because they are glory of Maharashtra. And Vittalji is coming to Zanabai and pleading, please, please, include me. I will also do. I will do cow dung patties. I will mop the floor. I will sieve the grains. I will dry the cloths. I will mop the floor. I will do anything for you. Initially, Zanabai had a reservation, but then when Krishna became captivated by love of Zanabai, what happened? Vittal stayed almost all the time, as if he was like another common man. But this scene was known only to both of them. Not everybody could see this. One night, Vittal stayed back, saying that it is too late. Can I sleep with you? Can I be here? Zanabai said that, please, you go back. No, I will stay back here. Vittal just slept. And 3 a.m. in Pandharpur, Kakada Arati happens. So it became very late. Vittalji slept. And Zanabai got up and said, Vittal, hey, get up, go. People will be searching for you. So in a hurry, when the Lord was leaving, he forgot the mukut, he forgot the abhushanas. And Zanabai previous night had given a sheet that she uses, in which Vittal's name is written. Vittal ran with that sheet, that cloth. The temple opened. Everybody is surprised. Mukuta is missing. Harem is missing. Everything, all jewelers are missing. Somebody asked, what is this? What is the sheet all about? The dirty one? And when they picked up and they saw Vittal. And what happened? One guy said, this is Zanabai's. So probably she is the thief. She has stolen the jewelry and the mukut of Vittal. So the whole sarpanch and everybody, they came searching. And they found in Zanabai's house. And Zanabai was a poor innocent girl. She couldn't explain. Vittalji came to my house. We together did household chores. We were enjoying our company. And in a hurry, Vittalji forgot. She couldn't explain. How she will explain? Who will believe her? Because that transcendental loving exchange is between her and Vittal. And what is the whole natural, outcome of that? The village head said that she has to be hung until death. And Zanaba is crying. She's crying, saying that, what did you want to do, Baba? What did you want to do? I was just enjoying with you, and is this also one kind of a play that you are going to have with me? She was dragged on the streets. She was completely chained. She was cuffed. And people were accusing her. This is like... And Namdev, who was his guru, was crying and pleading that something is wrong. This is not my, Zanashi would not do that. Something is wrong, please. But nobody would listen because she caught red-handed. And when they took her to the place to hang her, Vittal appeared. from the pillar, something similar to how Nashangidev appeared. The whole pillar on which the thread was hanging to hang Zanabai broke open, and the Lord came, and everybody fell at the feet of Zanabai. Like this, there are so many pastimes. Every Vaishnava life, if you go deeper, you will know Krishna has touched him. Today evening, I was picking up my godbrother because tomorrow onwards, 15 days, Zolnath Jayapataka Maharaj is in Mumbai. So I went to pick up their servants just before this class. He was telling how he had a personal experience of near-death life experience. All of us in our lives, all of us in our own conditioning also, all of us have some experience of Krishna touching us. Krishna trying to communicate with us. Krishna trying to reciprocate with us. Krishna trying to, say, I am with you. I guess if we keep recording those moments, we know Krishna is with us. Not can be, shall be, may be, will be, or was. Krishna is with us. As much as we are ready for him, he is ready for us. So that is why Tukaram Maharaj is singing in a very beautiful abang. In that abang, he is singing Anika dusare madanam himatam nemeleyar basuniyam panduranga dhyanim pandurangamanim zakritim swapnim pandurangam patilem valanam indriyam sakalam bhavato niralam nahim tuzam. He's saying, I want to program my mind, my intelligence, my senses in such a way. All they will be only working and thinking about Vittala. Indriyam sakalam bhavato nirala nahim tuza. I do not want anything else. Jhakritim swapnim Panduranga. So this pure devotional service is such a scenario. Beautifully Vrindavan Das Thakur has put here. He says knowledge, austerities, and we had so many Bhagavatam verses referred. Your austerities, your dharma, your panditya, your punya, your parentage, all of those things are nothing in front of unalloyed, pure devotional service to Krishna. And if I can make one statement further, unalloyed service to the servants of Krishna. If you somehow get the opportunity to get in the company of those devotees who have direct connection with Krishna, somehow you are able to perform service to that pure devotee, you will go past all these line. People are standing in the queue for that, they're getting darshana of Krishna. You will be airlifted, or maybe Krishna would come and take you in with him, because we have served. We are in the company. We have touched that person whom Krishna is desiring to touch. So my second reflection is that the devotional service about which the wonderful glories are described here, how devotional service can only give access to this transcendental pastimes of Krishna, is available with us. So this devotional service, if we do not handle them carefully, if we do not if you do not nourish, if you do not cherish, if you do not enjoy, what a Durbhagyashali will be. What an unfortunate persons we will be. Nectar of Devotion, chapter 14, first paragraph. Srila Prabhupada writes, knowledge and renunciation may take us in our devotional journey up till a point in time. Beyond that, they cannot take us forward, and all that will sustain us in devotional services, sentiments and sincerity. What sentiment we have for our Krishna? What sincerity we have for our Krishna? Not fake one, not simply emotional, baseless one. Sentiments imbued with proper knowledge, applied knowledge, inherited knowledge, empowered knowledge. And that sentiment is wonderful. So my Krishna is hungry. My Krishna needs celebrations. My Krishna would prefer to have Vaishnavas, in our house. My Krishna wants to dance. I want to give a new dress to Krishna. I want to tell about Krishna to everyone. That is why Srila Prabhupada writes, the success of Krishna consciousness is in getting a smile in the face of one's spiritual master. The spiritual master smiles at you, smiles at your endeavor. Success. So that's my second reflection. I just want to say a statement that Jayapataka Maharaj mentioned in that lecture on the Vyasa Puja day. It was a recorded lecture though. He said the secret of success is to please our previous acharyas. So all this tamasha that the whole world is into, which Vrindavan Das Thakur has written, that those who are so-called Mayavadis, so-called sannyasis, so-called people, they will think, they'll see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and mock at him, saying that what the heck is into busy? Instead of studying Vedanta, he's running like a madman. People will accuse him. People will think of all the Sankirtan followers as somebody who is unscrupulous. But only those of us who are enjoying the taste of it. Can you imagine in our conditioned state, if it is tasty? I don't think so. Any one of us in this forum is attending to this call saying that poor speaker, if I don't join, he will be speaking like a madman alone. Let me just go and give my attendance and make sure that the room is full. I don't think so anybody is in this forum for this. All of us are joining this call because we have taste for Krishna Katha. All of us are on this call because we would like to develop our sentiments for Krishna consciousness. We are here for our pleasure, for our benefit, for our growth. Not out of formality or any social pressure or some sort of a peer pressure. No. Which tells this process works even in a conditioned person. Last, third reflection. When we are able to elevate ourselves to the Kevala Ananda Kanda state, when we are able to understand the sincerity and sentiment that is needed in devotional service will sustain me in Krishna consciousness, the immediate next thing that will happen to us is we will be uncontrollable in going out and giving this knowledge to everyone. Uncontrollable. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj says, even if you lock up a Vaishnava inside a room, he will find some ways and means to preach to someone. So the secret of our Krishna consciousness, the essence of Krishna consciousness is that when we have enjoyed first and second, or when we are enjoying first and second, how much are we ready for the third? Preaching and presenting this transcendental science of Krishna consciousness to others. Once again, Jayapataka Maharaj mentioned in that lecture, he referred Bhaktivinoda Thakur's statements. Bhaktivinoda Thakur gave a prophecy. What prophecy he gave? Russians, Americans, Africans, they will all take up Krishna consciousness and the whole world will be inundated in Harinam Sankirtan. Now, this is a deal between Bhaktivinoda Thakur and his predecessors and Caitanya Mahaprabhu. He can just simply hear and move on. But if you are buddhiman, if you are intelligent people, what we should know? These prophecies are going to come true. Can I just be party to this? It is like, I am going to win this match. I am going to win this battle. So I am party to this, at least I am on the winning side. If the prophecy of all the acharyas are very nicely understood, our work is very easy. We just need to be physically be there. Actions are done by someone, arrangements are done by someone, results are produced by someone. We are just like a Katputla. We just need to, move and shake and move based on instructions given to us. So Jayapataka Maharaj is saying, preach unlimitedly. 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 He kept on saying this. I mean, this is something that is ringing in my ears. Even in the last class I mentioned this. And for that, what are we supposed to do? Stane, sthitas, tutigatan, tanuvan, manopi. Wherever you are, whichever condition you are, whichever social arrangement you are, whichever state of life you are, you can glorify Krishna. So that water sport that all those associates are enjoying, you will get a minuscule of that enjoyment by doing this. And if I can say this, only when you do this, you will eventually be able to be participating in that water sport or any kind of sport in the spiritual abode. We are definitely going to be included. Let's raise the ramp correctly. So hence the third point is, it is imperative I share the knowledge and happiness that I have received with others. The caveat here is, what is so difficult in this? For you to share, you have to give your time. You have to shun your ego. You have to bow down. You have to go 1 step, 2 steps, 4 steps, 5 steps down to lift people up. And it is not easy. Preaching is pleasurable only when you have understood it. Otherwise, you will see it as a burden. Why should I waste my time for him? 3 times I told him. He has not come to the program. I will not go to waste my time with him anymore. How many times somebody spent their time on you, on me? Still somebody is working on me, hoping against hope. So how can we be reckless? So our third reflection hence is, these wonderful transcendental pastimes are still going on. Caitanya Mahaprabhu's transcendental pastimes are still going on. By we participating in the Sankirtan mission, your name will be etched in the history that 100 years later, during one of the Bhakti Sangha Bhagavatam class, your names will be referred. That so-and-so Prabhu, so-and-so Mataji, so-and-so Yatra worked for creating a wonderful preaching opportunity, because of which we are Krishna consciousness. We are Krishna conscious. So your names will be called. All the names will be called. We are not doing for the names to be called. The names will be called is an acknowledgement that this process is moving forward and we are party to that forward. So this is a third reflection, and hence let's try to give Krishna to others. By we giving Krishna to others, we will participate in that happiness. So technically, all the three reflections have happiness quotient associated. In the first reflection, we are questioning about happiness where it is needed. Happiness in my service, happiness in my sangha, happiness in my vairagya tyaga, and happiness in my prachar. And in the second reflection, we discussed about the importance of devotional service, understanding about devotional service, and how devotional service is beyond knowledge and renunciation and austerity. Devotional service is sentiment and sincerity, which is to be bringing in a smile in the face of our spiritual authorities and spiritual master. And last but not least, that is possible when you give Krishna to others. And for giving Krishna to others, you may have to walk an extra mile. And for that, for which you are being given a special brownie points. Thank you all so much. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Shri Caitanya Bhagavat ki jai, Samaveta Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande. Any questions or comments or reflections? I'll be happy.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for such a beautiful class and so many wonderful reflections, especially the pastime of Maharaj, where he is holding the tree and saying, this tree is not leaving me. And you have said that actually we are the one who is not letting go of that attachments. Prabhuji, I was just thinking like the Maya which the enjoyment gives, Prabhu, like the example you said, we are not living the attachment. There is joy, Prabhu, in that so much compared to Krishna consciousness. In Krishna consciousness, enjoyment comes later, but Maya's pleasure is immediate. So, what to do, Prabhu?
Two things. Number one is that we should know all the glitters are not gold. If you're going to buy gold, be responsible where to buy gold. And number two is that please build a trustworthy relationship in your life. This is not only for Krishna consciousness, even otherwise also. A trustworthy relationship meaning that I trust the relationship and their suggestions and inputs more than my impulsive thoughts, because sometimes I may go through some rough patch, but at least I want to make sure that I don't miss the train. So I constantly tell that even if I behave weird, if I behave wrongly, at least please help me. Like sometimes we say that, right? I may by impulsively say something, but please don't let me take the decision, drag me out. So have such wonderful friends. I used to always tell this to our students over here. Having a trustworthy, like-minded, empathetic friend in our devotional service is very important. In fact, this Sunday's Vyas Puja lecture in Mayapur, Jayapataka Maharaj spoke about, we should have at least 2 or 3 Siksha Gurus in our lives who can help us, guide us, and try to hold back or pull us back when we are going in the wrong directions. So sometimes we may not be able to help ourselves. So we definitely seek somebody else's help. And as much as we seek somebody's help, we are also making ourselves available to help others. So that's the only formula that will help us. Because in front of impulsive, alluring, materialistic energy, we will fail. But when we are together with a wonderful, enthusiastic friend who is Krishna conscious, then we'll be able to fight back. And the beauty is that even though we may be a conditioned soul, by our company, the other devotee is saved. By his company, I am saved. So both of us are helping each other in one way or the other. Because of Bhakti Sangha Japa group, I am able to spend my once in 15 days in discussing Krishna Katha and at least able to do some service, and it gives me an opportunity to clean my heart. Otherwise, what will I be doing at this point in time? Some other nonsense and distracting things or something useless. So, one of the characteristic features of a person who is surrendered, there are 9 characteristic features in Chaitanya Sikshamrita, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is writing. One of them is that person who is in the stage of bhava, he is averse to waste time. For him, wasting time, he cannot even imagine. He is averse to it. So if you can find out somebody like that, who is averse to waste their time, but utilize to put their efforts in Krishna consciousness, your life is set. He will pull you out of the pillar where you are hugging on to. Make sense?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And another
All the
question,
best. Yes.
Prabhuji, you have said that, like, while you are attending Bhakti Sangha calls, you have said that, is it peer pressure or like that? I was thinking, how peer pressure is bad, Prabhu. Like, in my case, even if when I don't want to attend a class, I think of all devotees are attending, so let me attend. So how is it bad, Prabhu? Peer pressure.
In that
I was
sense, it is
thinking.
okay. I mean, if the peer pressure is making you come to it, come closer to it. Today, as on today, there is one Alvar in Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. Alvars means Goswamis. So he is mentioning that I have been bluffing myself. I've been bluffing, saying that I am a devotee. But finally, one day I found myself to be a devotee. Poyen endru solli meyyen agi vandene. I've been bluffing around everyone. I'm a devotee. So, in a sense, I was trying to say, we by peer pressure coming into Bhakti Sangha is okay, but by peer pressure leaving Bhakti Sangha is what the risk is I'm talking about. So have such a peer that you are able to by force at least come to such a Sangha, if not otherwise. Fake it till you make it.
Right. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for such a wonderful class. Dear devotees, if you have any questions, please go ahead. If there are no more questions, with your permission, can we end the call, Prabhu?
Yes, sir. No problem.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, once again for the enlightening class today. We are very grateful to you and we look forward to your association again in the future. Let us pay obeisances to Prabhuji. Vancha
कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो
वैष्णवेभ्यो
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः
अनंत कोटि
कोटि
वैष्णवृंद की
वैष्णववृंद की जय
नाथ की जय।
जय
जय स्वाम गिरधारी प्रभु की
जय
जय हरे कृष्ण प्रभु धन्यवाद
हरे
प्रणाम
कृष्णा
कोटि कोटि
कृष्ण
wonderful
कृष्णा
class
हरे
Prabhuji as
कृष्णा
usual and Bhakta Charitra was so nice Janava and all other Gyan Devata
Ajay.
Hare Krishna
Hare
हरे कृष्णा